Hello and welcome to this NET English pronunciation video, running through key character, author and location names from our Year 8 curriculum. Now in this video we're going to run through key names and I'll be repeating and providing a phonetically written version of any names that are commonly mispronounced. Now as in Year 7, it's actually the first scheme of the Year 8 curriculum, which sees the highest number of mispronunciations. Now, characters-wise, most of them are fairly straightforward. So we have, of course, Othello. That's Othello, emphasis on the second syllable. Now, the second character on this list is the one whose name is most frequently mispronounced. Now, his name is Iago. That's Iago. But you do find mispronunciations such as Iago, Iago, or even Iago. So his name is Iago. We've then got Desdemona, that's Desdemona. We've got Rodrigo, although you sometimes find Roderigo, which is also valid, it makes sense. So Rodrigo or Roderigo. We've got Cassio, that's Cassio. We have either Brabantio or Brabantio, so it's either Brabantio or Brabantio. And we have Amelia, that's Amelia. Now again, most of the poetry pronunciations are fairly straightforward. The two poems that sometimes cause a problem. One is Dulce et decorum est. So that's Dulce et decorum est. Emphasis on the dull and the core, so Dulce et decorum est. But the most frequent mispronunciation is actually the poem The Prelude. So it's prelude. The mispronunciation you find is prelude, prelude. But the poem is called The Prelude. Now the names of the poets are fairly straightforward, but just to run through the ones that sometimes catch people out. We have, of course, Wilfred Owen. That's Wilfred Owen. We've got John Agard. So that's John Agard. We have Percy Shelley. That's Percy Shelley. And we have Seamus Heaney. That's Seamus Heaney. Now most of the names in Jekyll and Hyde are fairly straightforward, but we'll run through a few characters. So first of all, we've got Gabriel Utterson. So that's Utterson, emphasis on the ut, the first syllable, Utterson. We have his cousin, Richard Enfield. That's Enfield. We then have one of our key characters, Henry Jekyll. So it's Jekyll, emphasis on the Jeck part, the first syllable, Henry Jekyll. We have Hasty Lanyon, commonly known as Lanyon in the text, so Lanyon. And we have, of course, Sir Danvers Carew. So that's Danvers Carew. We've then got the name of the writer, of course, Robert Louis Stevenson. So that's Robert Louis Stevenson. Now there's a few names and titles from the Great Speeches scheme it's worth clarifying. To the speeches, one is called Magnanimous in Victory. So that's magnanimous in victory. And then, of course, we have the Tilbury speech, which is Tilbury. So that's Tilbury. We then have the names of some of the writers of their speeches. So we've got Coco Gauff. That's Coco Gauff. We have Winston Churchill. So that's Winston Churchill. We have Emmeline Pankhurst. So that's Emmeline Pankhurst. We have Aisha Wani. So that's Aisha Wani. And the emphasis really on the ni part of the surname. We then have Malala Yousafzai. So Malala Yousafzai. And the Zai in the surname, that third syllable of the surname, gets the emphasis. We have Barack Obama. So that's Barack Obama. We have Chimamanda Adichie. So Chimamanda Adichie. And then last but not least, we have Ronald Reagan. So that's Ronald Reagan. Now names in Blood Brothers are fairly straightforward, but there's a few just to make sure we're clear on. Two of the key female characters in the play, we have Mrs. Johnston. So Mrs. Johnston. Now Johnson is sometimes also acceptable, but it is clear in the play that it's Johnston. And then, of course, across from her, we have Mrs. Lyons. So Lyons. Mickey Johnston, Eddie Lyons, straightforward. Willie Russell, fairly straightforward. But then that name that keeps getting repeated in the text, we have Marilyn Monroe. So that's Marilyn Monroe.